Over the last few weeks, we've tackled the final projects that have made these 4 shipping containers truly unrecognizable. To think that these used to travel the oceans on cargo ships and are now this open and modern home is beyond anything we imagined. And while we're ready to start moving in furniture, seeing this space complete has us wondering, if we thought outside the box in building our home, why not do the same for how we furnish it? As we iron out the details, we've got a few other priorities this week. We post a new video every Sunday, so give this one a thumbs up and come along.
Guys, I gotta come over. Good morning everyone.
Earl, you're on my head. Good morning, Earl. We gotta start whispering when we wake up, because he knows.
As soon as you open your eyes, he just gets too lonely in the nights.
Yeah.
So then as soon as we're awake or show signs of awake, he's just at us.
Meanwhile, these two down here couldn't be better. I miss this place.
Yeah, we're so lucky we had this throughout construction and everything.
We're definitely going to use this space lots. It's going to become kind of like the ultimate guest house, I guess.
Yeah, it's also a place where people can stay the night and just have their own space.
Yeah, my parents are coming next week, so that's going to be really convenient. We're fingers crossed we should be into the containers by then. So
I mean, I wouldn't bet on it because we were supposed to be in 2 years ago. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
We'll see what happens, but it's awesome because it's only like 500 feet away, even though it looks like we're completely on 2 separate pieces of property. This is in the same location as the containers.
Yeah,
so.
but the way we laid it out, because there's hills and stuff, you really can't see the dome from the house and vice versa. So it's nice and private. So yeah, I think what we're going to do today is divide and conquer. I'm going to stay here and get the place ready for our first guests.
I'm going to leave him with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect. I'm sure he'll be extremely helpful.
The puppy energy, you guys. All right, Charlie, let's go, buddy.
I am going to be working down at the dome this morning and getting us some drinking water. So last fall, I may not have winterized the dome properly. I'm sorry. It's kind of your fault if we think about it, because you were just such a cute little man when we got you, and I just wanted to spend all my time with you. We do have to winterize this now that we're not living in it in the winters. It is a really great building for 3 seasons of the year, but it's very hard to keep the water lines unfrozen. But I didn't do very good at it last year, apparently, because the hot water tank has a crack in it. The RO drinking water system filter had 2 cracks in it. So next year I'm not going to rush, and I'm going to take my time with that. But today we're gonna get some drinking water. So the well we have here is really good. We get 4.5 gallons per minute of flow out of it, but it is extremely hard. So the well is 260 feet deep. We went through 60 feet of gypsum, which adds a lot of magnesium and calcium to the water, which makes it really hard. So to take that out, we use a water softener, which replaces the particles of calcium and magnesium with the salt molecule. But then that means we're left with really salty water here, and I mean extremely salty, like sore throat, gargle some hot water, salty. So we need an RO system, reverse osmosis, to take all of that salt out for our drinking water. It's still fine to use to shower the salty water, like shower, do dishes, all that kind of stuff. We just get white spots everywhere that you just brush off. That's a roundabout way of saying I need to replace it because we need to have drinking water, because there are 6 of us here that are extremely big water drinkers. Actually, I'm gonna say 5. These 4 and myself drink a lot of water, but Tyler, he's a coffee man. If it doesn't have caffeine in it, he's not getting liquids. But we are going to get going, because I could just talk all day. First, we're gonna take out the old system. I'm gonna repurpose this and fix it, and maybe put it in our bathroom upstairs, because we have one in the kitchen for, drinking down there and stuff, but it might be good to have one upstairs, so in the middle of the night if we're thirsty. The reason I'm not repairing this for here is the system we're going with isn't on demand. We don't need to be holding water like this one. So this tank, the way it works is it does the filtering, then it holds fresh, ready to go water in here that we then pull from when we want some. So by having an on demand, we have more space under here and we don't have a bunch of water just sitting, doing its thing. Okay, so I also have to take off this faucet. This new one comes with a smart faucet. Don't know what it does, but 1 page at a time in the instruction book. Okay, disconnect that. Quick setup, that's what we want. I wanna get, you know, like when you go to the grocery store and you buy a bag of ice, well, I wanna make my own bags of ice because this fridge has an ice maker. So I was thinking, you know, if we're having a pool party or just anything, if family and friends nearby need some ice, stop into the Dome. There's always bags of ice in the freezer. Because rosé is not the same without ice, is it? It's not the same. You agree, you like ice in your rosé too, don't you, Earl? I think this is actually gonna go really smoothly. What I'm hoping is that the tubing is the same size as the tubing of the existing system so that I don't have to redo all the connections in the actual plumbing supplies. That's my goal. So we shall see. And it's not. Okay, I printed out the full book. I have this fear that I will lose my mind one day. It happens. So I have this, I gotta show you because it's probably overkill. Every building here has a binder, and like this one is for the Dome, and it has the manuals for every single thing that's in here, and I update it if we, you know, say this toaster oven breaks, I would update the toaster oven. And I go actually kind of overkill, so there's like safety and security, that's for the alarm. Miscellaneous, that's for the furniture. Plumbing, that's the hot water heater and this new RO, which this will go in the book. Oh, the birds are coming back. Love it. Love it. My favorite bird, I actually heard it the other day for the first time. It's a sweet wood thrush. It's so good. No, not sweet wood thrush. I'm thinking of sweet woodruff, the plant that I've got growing in the woods over by the pond. I think it's just called a wood thrush. And so they're in the woods here and they just sing this beautiful song. So at the end of the day, when you're having a shower outside and you're just in the woods and it's trees and, you know, sometimes there's a squirrel running by or whatever, and then you've got them singing to you. Oh, if I could just live in a second forever, that would be one of them. We're just gonna open everything up and go from there. I just like to open everything up all at once, see what you're working with, make sure everything's here. If you need any help, please feel free to contact us. Imagine I called them being like, hi, trying to do my taxes and you said I could call. So we just got to figure out all of this. That one goes to that one. Then we got to do that one into there. Oh, right, we haven't opened that yet. That's what was confusing me, was this section here. I was like, I don't understand it, but now I do. Oh, it's cute. Of course, the existing hole is not wide enough. Gotta go get a drill. All right, let's drill this hole. I grabbed a couple extra drill bits in case those ones were needed. Let's do this. Step 1, done. Yas, queen. All right, so this is all working. So we've got the trash line in. What's wrong? Use your words, okay? Can you use your words and tell me? Would you like to go out and pee? You are not just coming out here to beat your sister up. In we go. That's bullying, Earl. Okay. Kids these days. Then what I needed to figure out was the why. We've got this one coming from the faucet. Okay, so now we gotta do this, which is the sanitizer. What I need to do is cut this tubing so that this sanitizer can go in. So then we wanna put that water line in, and that's it, folks. Okay, the filters are installed. Check for leaks. Nothing so far. Dry as a bone. Okay, so we just let it do this for 5 minutes. Well, we're just gonna hang out for a few minutes and let it do its thing. So I ran the water for actually a little bit longer than 30 minutes. It was closer to 45. I got a little sidetracked, but that's okay. We are gonna test it because it's good to drink now. We've got 13 TDS. Don't know what that means, but that's what we've got. What do we think of the color? Some nice oxygenation going on in there. I don't know if that's what it is. It's pretty good. Not a single taste in it. Now that we're hydrated, we are going to get on to the next project, which is over at the wood stove. So let's go set up over there. Okay, time for the next project. So A few years ago when we put the floor in the dome and this tile down, we didn't understand the different tiers of LVP or Lino Luxury Plank flooring. So we went with stuff that was 97 cents a square foot. It looks beautiful. It was okay to work with, but it's not sun rated. So because this gets so much sun in here and so hot, over the last few years, the floor actually kind of melts a little bit in the summer, and that's why it's all warped and boards are pulling apart and snapped. But the transition strip all the way around here fell victim to that. So I picked up metal transition strips that we're gonna use and just put them around. Well, luckily I brought a miter box and a hacksaw because I kind of figured this was gonna have to be done. I make this that much harder on myself, all for the fact that I really just don't want to go through the work of having to load the miter saw onto Ruby, bring it down here, set her all up, just to load it all back on and take it back up, hey? A lot of work for 8 cuts, but this is a lot of work for 8 cuts, isn't it? All right, let's 45 this side, get crack-a-lackin'. Let's put a 45 on it. Did you not get enough love? My goodness, you're so pretty and so soft. How did you get so soft, I'm never getting this done, am I? So we're gonna tack this one in just for now, okay? This is just temporary, don't panic. All right, I'm just gonna put some music on and power through this for a little bit. Sun in my eyes, feel so alive. Everything's going my way. It's a brand new day. All right, I got it all done. It went pretty well, and I'm happy with how it looks. I think the black kind of makes it stand out a little bit more, and yeah, it kind of matches the wood stove. Really happy with it. Now what we're gonna do is continue on with getting some, little maintenance things done around here. That hutch that we built around the heat pump a few years ago, she's gotten pretty banged up. Let's go get that area ready, and I gotta change into some paint clothes, cause yeah, I am a pretty messy painter.
So Charlie and I made the trip over to New Brunswick today because it is time for his next round of chemotherapy, which, by the way, is working so well. In total, we had to do 8 rounds every 21 days. So it's definitely time intensive and a lot, but the fact that it's working, that's all that matters. Like the tumor on his neck is so much smaller than it was.
Wow, Charlie. You're such a good healer.
You're such a good healer. More importantly, the one in his chest, obviously we can't see it and we won't know for a long time until we do another CT, but the fact that he can breathe and that he's running around and is just like his puppy self again, I'm so glad that we did the research and went down this road. It just feels like such a relief. So the way that this works is, like I said, every 21 days he goes in and it's like a 4 or 5 hour infusion, sometimes 6 hours. It really all depends on the day. So while he's in there doing that, I just ran into a coffee shop and did so much editing. It feels good to be productive while Todd is back at the land being productive. But that brings me to the sponsor of this week's video, Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN or a virtual private network that basically secures your connection to the internet wherever you are. So would-be hackers don't know your true location, your browsing history, all of the personal and sensitive information stored on your computer, they can't access in. So making sure that you're connected, whether it's an airport, a coffee shop, whether you're in a hotel, anywhere that you're not in a home internet connection is really important. This is the wild part though. Even if you are at home, there's still a huge benefit of having Surfshark turned on, not just for unlocking content libraries all around the world, but for price discrepancies. The next time you go and book a hotel, connect into Surfshark and bounce around to a few different countries, you're going to find that the prices are vastly different depending on where the internet thinks that you're located. And the best part is, all of those features would normally be really expensive, but when you scan this QR code or click the link in the description box down below and use our custom code, you're going to get an exclusive deal, which works out to be less than the price of a cup of coffee every month. So definitely check that out. But I need to go pick Charlie back up from the vet and head back to Nova Scotia.
These are new painting pants, which means they're just the oldest sweatpants that I got, so that's why there's a bunch of holes. But there's no point wasting a perfectly good pair of sweatpants. Tell you what, the older I get, the harder being in this position and not farting is. I don't know if that happens to everyone. Pop a squat too long and my butthole starts singing. I know you're probably thinking, why are you even painting this wall? But the reason is, it's gotten banged up pretty bad over the years and like stained. And to be honest, we kind of didn't really care when we were living in here Like the priority was always the house. So now that we have a little bit more time, or we can see that on the horizon, it's nice to go back and fix up all these things and, you know, take pride in how we felt when we first built it. Forgot how much cutting in it is with shiplap, because you got to get into the groove. Oh, it does look so much fresher. If you can't clean it, just paint it. What else could I paint? Got myself backed into, oh no, there's no corners, never mind. I also really love this sign up here. That's something Tyler got me. We met online and like talked for a year before we met in person. I did a little like, it was awful. It was done in paint on a computer, so that's how bad it was, but I did a little thing to that song. And he got that for the nursery when we were trying to adopt a baby. So I think it's really cute, and that's why it goes with us everywhere. Okay, I am in denial of having to cut into these, so I'll just do that now and get it over with. It's like falling apart. Yeah, it's like dangly. Maybe it's just old. We all get older and start shedding. Glad I took the time to do this. The dome deserves love. It's been good to us. After this, we're gonna clean the windows. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a big difference. There we go. What do we think? Oh, I don't have my glasses on. I was like, looks fuzzy. Wow. Oh, missed a spot. Guess I should have had my glasses on the whole time I was painting. Hi, squirrel. Was you napping? Were you having a little nap? I gotta clean the windows now, right? That's the next project. So, what we're gonna work on now is cleaning the big window. It's gotten gunky, and like I said, it was hard to keep it clean. Didn't have time. Crazy, the dirt is like melting. Where did Squirrel go? I didn't mean to kick you off your chair. Well, you did, and now I don't want to be your friend no more. Like, how do these work? The magic behind these? I guess that's why they're called magic erasers. Just look, it's just melting it. Where's it going, folks? I don't know. It's erased. Grab an eraser, Squirrel, and let's get to work. Well, aren't you just the prettiest little thing since sliced bread? I'm going over it with this, and then I want to wash it again with warm water and some soap. I've been thinking about it in my head. Sorry, I haven't been talking out loud. Can't expect you to take notes if I'm not talking. Little specks of spray foam on here still, too. Get those off. Gotta ask Tyler a question, too. We were talking about cutting off this part of the fabric because it looks pretty bad and it's really grungy behind. And we were like, well, maybe if we could just cut it off, we don't have to worry about it looking grungy. But sometimes we have what Tyler perceives as preliminary discussions about things, and I will view the same conversation as coming up with an action plan that is to be put into action. So sometimes we end up not on the same page, so I should probably clarify that one with him. Hey, so remember the other day we were having a conversation about just cutting this piece of fabric out? Was that just a preliminary conversation, or was that an action plan?
I think it was a conversation that you had that I was loosely listening, so.
So I'm glad we checked in.
If you want to do it, you do you.
Okay, love you.
Love you too, bye.
Bye. Okay, so let's just cut this, that, all that. There we go. Got it. So let's just roll this up, see where we get. Got our water, and we got a positive attitude, so we're ready to get crack-a-lackin'. Even just the soap and water is actually working. May not need the magic of the eraser. So I'm gonna go over these with our friend Windex. I keep thinking it's a slug, but it's a leaf. I don't know if it actually looks better, but I feel better about it. So we're gonna keep going. I was actually really not looking forward to this, but I really don't think it's gonna be that bad. I think I'm gonna get into a groove. I'm gonna get going. It's gonna be fine. I just had a great shower, and then I took Eddie, Earl, and Squirrel down to my parents' house because Charlie had chemo today. They can't be around him for 48 hours because it's the most toxic time for him. So if they were to, share the water dish or to lick each other, it just runs the risk of that chemo passing on to them. Speak of the devil. Hi, buddy. Hi, Chemo Charlie.
He did so good.
Did he?
Yeah.
Hi.
Dr. Mrs. Nice Lady said he's doing awesome.
Wow. Hi, my boy. How are you?
He had a really good drive.
Yeah.
We rolled the windows down, right?
Oh.
Had out the window.
Nice.
It smells really good in here.
Yeah. So I scrubbed, and then I painted that wall. I cleaned the windows, and then also go over and look under the sink.
Did you finally fix the broken thing?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you put it in.
Yeah, it's really, like, I'm liking it. So, it's better because we don't have the big tank that, you know, could grow stuff like Legionnaire's disease and all that. And really good. And then what's great is we don't have to
Cool. A
do
little screen.
we don't have to do yearly maintenance on it, like, or have someone come and do it. We can just change out the cartridges ourselves. So it's so much better.
You're always planning ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, I think I'm actually kind of excited. I got this place all ready to go for a boys' weekend. Hey, just the three of us. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. For the next 48 hours, we can't be with, or Charlie can't be with the other animals. So.
Yeah, I was telling them that
Anyway.
this most toxic time. So
Yeah, mainly just like sharing the water dishes and all of that.
just too much to monitor. So
This looks clear too. Did you watch that?
yeah, I did.
Wow, you had a busy day.
I kept myself busy.
I didn't really do anything. Well, I mean, I edited, I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah, the drive was tiring. Going all the way to New Brunswick is
And then
a
back.
lot. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go shower.
It's pretty good out there. I had one
Yeah.
earlier. So magical.
Just like a dream, you can take my hand and make it reality.